Serengeti, life or death. Mother leopard defends her cubs from a lion. What happens when fragile life comes face to face with death? The answer lies in the Serengeti, a legendary land where beauty and brutality walk side by side. A predator waits. A prey trembles. And in an instant, the balance between life and death changed. For the leopard, a solitary hunter, the struggle is doubled to survive the hunt and to shield her cubs from the ruthless rulers of the grasslands, the lions. This is nature's ruthless arena where instinct reigns and survival exists only in defiance of death. Welcome to wild Serengeti, life or death. Mother leopard defends her cubs from a lion. Serengeti, heart of survival. The Serengeti, a name that conjures visions of endless grasslands, golden sunsets, and the rhythmic thunder of migrating herds. But this is no gentle paradise. This is a battlefield sculpted by wind time and survival. Each year, the land swings between two extremes. The rains come like a promise, fleeting and fragile. They breathe life into the plains, awakening a lush kingdom of green. Rivers brim, insects burst into life, and the grazers thrive in plenty. But then, the dry season takes hold, a brutal rain of sun and dust. Waterholes shrink into cracked earth, grass withers into brittle blades, and the air itself feels sharp with hunger. This is when the true test begins. Over 1.5 million wildebeest zebras and gazelles embark on a desperate migration, chasing rain, fleeing drought. And where prey goes, predators follow. Lions, hyenas, leopards. They thrive on this rhythm of boom and collapse, but not all survive the crossing. Crocodiles lie in wait at riverbanks. Disease spreads like wildfire. The weak fall behind. There is no fairness and mercy in the Serengeti. Serengeti's deadliest hunters. Across the plains of the Serengeti, predators are not just bringers of fear. They are pillars of the ecosystem, guardians of the balance that keeps the cycle of life turning. First come the lions, symbols of collective power. They hunt with strategy, sweeping across the grasslands in arcs to trap antelope or buffalo. A single leap, a crushing bite. chase is over. Their strength is not only in the kill, but in the order they impose, forcing every creature of the savannah to respect their rule. In stark contrast, the leopard moves as a shadow, a master of secrecy. Unlike the pride of lions, it moves alone, gliding through the tall grass, blending with the gold of the savannah. When it attacks, it does so in a blur, swift and final. Yet its solitary life comes with peril, for even a successful kill can be stolen by stronger rivals waiting in the shadows. The hyena emerges, calculating, opportunistic, and endlessly cunning. Often they trail behind others, waiting for the right moment to steal a meal. In numbers, hyenas are fearless, capable of dragging down prey far larger than themselves, their chaotic cries echoing across the plains. These hunters in their clash for survival shape the very soul of the Serengeti. They control the vast herds, prevent overgrazing, and leave behind what scavengers and insects will reclaim. Out of their brutality emerges balance, and through death, life finds a way to endure. Leopard, the lone ranger in the grasslands. Amid the turmoil of the savannah, the leopard chooses a different path, the path of solitude. Without the support of a pride, it relies solely on extraordinary speed and flawless agility to survive. Each step is a silent dance, blending seamlessly into the golden grass, vanishing almost completely into the wild expanse. With a sleek, muscular body covered in rosetted spots, the leopard is built for stealth as much as for strength. It is the most skilled climber among the great cats, often dragging prey heavier than itself into the treetops, a feat unmatched in the animal kingdom. Unlike the lion's roar, its call is a strange rasping sound, often described as a saw cutting through wood. Solitary and elusive, it is so secretive that many call it the ghost of the savannah. Its solitude, however, comes with a cruel cost. The hard-won prize of a long hunt can be stolen in an instant when lions or hyenas arrive. Even in victory, the leopard must drag its kill high into the branches to keep it safe. At times, it becomes the hunted, forced to abandon everything just to preserve its life. The hunt reveals both its genius and its struggle. They graze in quiet harmony, unaware that every step brings them closer to peril. From the cover of the tall grass, the leopard's piercing eyes lock onto its target, unblinking, unrelenting. Every muscle coils with silent tension, the body poised to strike. And then, the moment arrives. Within seconds, the chase is over. The predator's jaws clamp down with unyielding force, silencing the frantic kicks and cries. The impala collapses, powerless to break free. Across the golden plains, the leopard's eyes shine with unwavering focus, a symbol of patience and constant vigilance. This animal embodies a striking paradox, graceful and fluid in every movement, yet living each moment on the fragile edge between survival and danger. It is the solitary artist of the Serengeti, a shadow in the grass, and proof that in this unforgiving world, silence itself can be the most powerful weapon. Motherhood Moment. Not only a solitary hunter in the harsh Serengeti, the leopard also carries the most difficult mission, the duty of motherhood. While her own survival demands stealth and strength, the fate of her cubs requires far more. After 3 months of gestation, the mother leopard gives birth to 2 or 3 cubs, each weighing less than a pound, their eyes still closed. Hidden in caves or dense thickets, these fragile lives depend entirely on her protection. Every few days, she moves them from one hiding place to another, erasing her tracks, determined to keep them beyond the reach of prowling lions or hyenas. Yet even with such vigilance, survival is never guaranteed. Many cubs never see their first year, claimed by predators or the merciless hand of nature. Among these threats, none is greater than the lion. When its shadow appears, danger becomes overwhelming. A faint rustle in the grass is all it takes to draw its attention. In just a moment, the cub was captured. And the mother leopard could only watch in despair as her cub was taken away. And then the unexpected happens. The lioness pauses and lets go. For a fleeting moment, the instinct to destroy gives way to hesitation, a rare mercy. Seizing the opportunity, the mother leopard swooped down and charged forward, desperate to retrieve her cub. In that instant, the ferocity of a predator yields to the raw anguish of a mother. The image of a mother leopard silently searching for her cub not only reveals the harshness of nature, but also reminds us of a maternal love that transcends all species boundaries. Through loss and danger, the mother perseveres, hunting, protecting, nurturing each step a silent vow to keep her young alive no matter the cost. And every step she takes is shadowed by risk. A careless sound, a sudden scent in the wind could betray their presence to lions or hyenas. Her life is already a battle, yet now she must fight on 2 fronts, to hunt and to guard the fragile lives that depend on her. In these moments, instinct becomes devotion. It is a truth that bridges the distance between species. Here, under the vast African sky, the wild reveals a paradox, the savagery of nature tempered by the tenderness of motherhood. And in that paradox lies its greatest lesson, that love in its purest form is stronger than fear. Lion, ruler of the savannah. In the vast Serengeti, there is one creature that makes all animals bow in awe: the lion, the true king of the grasslands. It is the only great cat where males bear a mane. Thick and imposing, the mane is more than a crown. It is armor shielding the neck in combat. A full-grown male can weigh between 330 and 570 pounds, while females are smaller, ranging from about 265 to 400 pounds. This difference shapes their roles. Lionesses are agile hunters, while males stand as guardians and defenders of pride. Unlike other big cats, lions live in organized prides, usually of 10 to 15 individuals, and sometimes more than 30 when conditions permit. Within pride, strength comes from unity. Lionesses work together to bring down prey far larger than themselves, like zebras, buffalo, even giraffes. A hunt begins with patience. In the tall grass, a lion crouches low, their golden coats blending seamlessly with the earth. Ahead, a herd of zebras grazes ears, twitching, unaware of the danger. And then, with explosive force, they charge. Panic erupts, hooves thunder, but one zebra stumbles. The males patrol vast territories, confronting intruders and ensuring the pride's dominance. Their roar carries for miles, a declaration of authority, a warning to all who dare encroach. When a lion appears, the savannah holds its breath, for here, the law of the grasslands is written in their power. Yet that same power makes them a constant threat to rivals, especially leopards. Lions instinctively eliminate the young of other predators, securing the future for their own kind. For a leopard mother, the presence of lions means more than stolen kills. It is the ever-present danger that her cubs may not survive. To witness a lion patrolling its realm, mane glistening in the sun, stride steady and assured, is to witness raw sovereignty. The lion is more than a hunter. It is a king, an enforcer, and the shadow that looms over every life in the Serengeti. The fragile rhythm of survival. Across the endless plains of the Serengeti, life stirs each day beneath the open African sky. Herds of antelope and zebra graze in rhythm, their hooves stirring the dust as they move across the endless grasslands. At first glance, the scene feels calm, the illusion of peace on a golden plain. But here, every moment is shadowed by risk. The sun burns high, and the season of drought tightens its grip. Waterholes shrink to shallow pools, where prey and predator are drawn together by the same unyielding thirst. Each step to the water's edge is a gamble, for a single mistake can mean death. Even in times of quiet danger, hides in the tall grass and lingers on the wind. For the leopard, solitude makes this struggle even greater. It walks alone, bearing the full weight of survival. Much of its day is spent in silence, resting high in the branches or concealed in the shade, scanning the plains for a chance. Near a muddy waterhole, the leopard waits, golden eyes fixed on the ripples below. Suddenly, an elephant approaches, seeking a drink. Its colossal steps shake the ground, stirring the air, revealing the hidden predator pressed low in the mud. Yet the leopard remains motionless, silent, patient, waiting for the giant to move on. Only when the ground stills does its focus return. Muscles tense, silence deepens. With instinct sharpened by hunger, it strikes a paw, lashes into the water, swift and decisive. Not the feast of an antelope, but enough to endure another day. This is the rhythm of the Serengeti, fragile calm, shattered by hunger, thirst, and constant peril. For every creature, prey or predator, great or small survival is never guaranteed. Existence in this land is measured in fragile moments, where to survive a single day is to claim victory. A life and death encounter. The day begins, as it often does, with the leopard on the move searching for food. Hunger drives her across the plains, eyes scanning the grasslands for the faintest sign of prey. But fate had other plans. From the distance emerged not antelope, but lions, and worse, still not just one but an entire pride, higher. What was once a hunt has become a trap. Surrounded on all sides, the leopard becomes a lone figure against overwhelming force. Her cubs, hidden in the brush behind her, whimper softly. Their survival rests entirely on her. The mother leopard does not give in. She fights with all her strength, twisting and striking, determined to withstand the crushing force of the pride. But how can a lone creature stand against such a mighty army? At last, fate delivers its final blow. The mother falls, leaving her fragile cubs hidden in the thicket. From this moment on, those tiny lives must face the unforgiving wilderness alone, a world where survival is paid for with constant peril. And so the plains fall quiet again, holding the memory of a mother's final stand, a testament that in the wild, courage endures even against impossible odds. The Great Chain of Survival. Life in the Serengeti is not defined by a single battle or a single species. It is a vast and intricate web where every creature, predator, prey, and scavenger, holds a place in the eternal cycle. On the open plains, herds of antelope, zebras, and buffalo graze endlessly. Their abundance fuels the predators that stalk the grasslands. Lions draw strength from their numbers. Leopards rely on stealth and patience. Hyenas exploit every opportunity. Each predator depends on the vitality of the herds, and each herd, in turn, shapes the rhythm of the savannah. But the story does not end with the kill. Where life is taken, new life emerges. Vultures wheel above, descending in great numbers to strip the carcass clean. Jackals and hyenas scavenge the remains, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Even the smallest insects and microbes play their part, returning nutrients to the soil where the grass will grow again, to feed the herds, to sustain the hunters, to begin the cycle once more. In this way, death becomes the foundation of life. What falls today gives rise to tomorrow. It is a truth, both brutal and beautiful, that the harshness of nature is not chaos, but balance. Every loss feeds another, every end sparks a beginning. And in this great web, all life endures together. The shadow of humanity. The Serengeti has endured for millennia, its rhythms of life and death sculpted by nature alone. But today, another presence looms over these grasslands' humanity, Modern challenges weigh heavily on this fragile balance. Poachers stalk the night, driven by profit, their bullets and snares cutting lives short and silencing voices that once roared across the plains. Climate change deepens the droughts, shrinks the rivers, and strains the web of survival that every species depends upon. And then there is tourism, fleets of vehicles pressing into the heart of the savannah cameras, flashing engines rumbling, breaking the silence that once belonged to the wild. On one side, the endless herds and prowling predators. On the other, rows of metal machines, crowded together, each seeking a glimpse of nature's raw truth. The contrast is stark, the vulnerability of wildlife against the sheer weight of human intrusion. It forces a question as old as civilization itself in this modern age. Who is the most dangerous predator? The lion? The leopard? The hyena? Or us? For the Serengeti, the answer will shape not only the fate of its creatures, but the soul of the wilderness itself. And the Serengeti, life or death, is not just a fleeting moment. It is the timeless law of existence, binding predator and prey, beauty and brutality in one eternal struggle. To protect the Serengeti is to preserve a piece of Earth's soul, a living testament to resilience and balance. If this journey has touched you, support us by giving a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Wildeyes so you'll never miss the next untold story from nature's wildest front lines.